Now, before we get started, I would really love if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get the latest content from the YouTube channel, The Last Rewind. And don't be shy about leaving your comments at the bottom of the page because you are the sole reason why this channel will be successful. Thank you. Welcome back to The Last Rewind. If you are now just waking up from your coma from the Thursday night football game between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears, don't worry, I am just waking up myself. Matter of fact, I've been waking up from the past few Thursday night football games, or almost all of them since its inception. Because the NFL doesn't realize these are poor quality games, and there's a big reason why they are piss poor I'll just say almost every time they are played on Thursday nights. Now, as we know, the NFL is the John Gotti of the big four sports, four horsemen, the NFL, NBA, MLB, and ice hockey. NFL is trying to do everything in its power to put those people in the ground somewhere 6 feet under, like Jimmy Hoffa, or he may be 100 feet under somewhere, a baseball stadium, who knows. But the NFL tried to encroach on the NBA's territory of Christmas games. They had a couple games played on it, and NBA, I think, it had maybe 3 or 4 games played. And by average, let me pull that up right quick. On average, what do we have? 24 million people were watching the NFL games on Christmas, and 5.25 million were watching the NBA games. Now I know I've harped on the ratings for the NBA, and with good reason, because load management, the players not caring about the game, not caring about the fans. There's the game, the style of play, the constant 3-pointers, and no other style of play being played. But the NFL has been a juggernaut for some years now, and it's just something it's hard to compete with any sport. NFL, it's not even just a league of players. It's more people are loyal to the teams than they are players. When you go to the NBA, you talk about the player on the team more so. When you talk about the Lakers, you're really talking about LeBron. When you're talking about the Warriors, you're really talking about Steph. When you're talking about the Timberwolves, you're really talking about Anthony Edwards. A lot of people don't even care about the other players on the team. When you talk about the NFL, most people don't even know. The casual fan don't know who's on the team. They just care about what's on the side of the helmet and what jersey they're wearing. And that's not a bad thing. So I'm not knocking the NFL for that. And plus, it's just hard to recognize players when most of the time they're wearing helmets versus the NBA. You can always see the faces. So I get it. But the NFL, if they keep trotting out trash like they threw out there on Thursday night, they're going to be in the same boat as the NBA. Not just the Thursday night lineup, some other things that the NFL needs to be wary of before they're in the same boat. But let's go with the Thursday night games. The commissioner swears he cares about the safety of the players. How can you care about the safety of the players when you don't give them enough time to rest? When you're giving them 4 days, 6 days barely to rest in between their previous game. The players haven't healed up from the games before, and it shows. They're sloppy. 6-3 was the score between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. You know what a similar game was like to this NFL game? There was a baseball game between the Seattle Mariners and the Chicago White Sox. The score was 6-3. Now that makes sense in baseball. That kind of makes sense in soccer, but not the NFL. But you see a lot of these clunkers in the NFL on Thursday night. It's not a coincidence by now. See? And what I think is going to end up happening, if they continue to do games like this, there's going to be something that happens in the NBA. It's going to happen in the NFL. It's a thing called load management. Maybe not yet. Right now, we're enjoying a 17-game season. Used to be 15, used to be 16 for many years. And then they said, you know what? We can make more money for the league's owners. Let's bump it up again. What happens when they say we can make a little bit more money? Let's bump it up to 18, and then 19, and then 20. And you're not giving these players the proper time to recover from the previous game. I think there's only a certain amount of games the human body is supposed to be able to play in football. And what's going to happen is there are going to be some games where it's like the NBA is like, you know what? It's just the Toronto Raptors. They got a sub 500 record. I don't need to play this game. They're going to take the game off. Some of the players you paid money to go see. I know it's a team league right now, but I'll mention another part where it's going to be a big deal. But some people come to see some of the best players on the team. Some people come to see Lamar Jackson. Some people come to see Saquon Barkley. Those guys, if they're nicked up or not, that's another complaint of load management in NBA. They're just resting. The players are going to start taking games off so they can play the more important games. Mark my word, if they don't stop where they're going, that's what's going to happen. And then you're going to see fans be turned off because they're going to drive miles and pay thousands of dollars to get nice tickets to see the backup running back or backup quarterback or whatever else they come to see. It's what's going to happen. They keep adding games. Right now, the ratings are good for the NFL. But the problem, here's what's going to be a problem. Thursday night games added on with Sunday night games, added on with Monday night games. Later in the season, Saturday night games. Or on Christmas, Wednesday night game. If they keep adding days to where you'll see NFL games, it's going to lose its brilliance. The brilliance is its scarcity. The NFL is like a brand new song. One of your favorite songs that you grew up listening to. Let's just say Michael Jackson's Thriller. That's just the first one that's popping in my head. When Thriller came out, I'm sure for a lot of people, it was one of the hottest songs, according to the sales anyway. It was the hottest song when it came out. People wanted to hear it every day. They couldn't wait for the radio to play it again. People would call in, request Thriller. Love the song, love the video, love the dancing, love the singing, whatever. Some weeks later, I don't know how long it stayed number one. People are like, okay, the song is, still pretty good. Okay. I'm getting kind of tired of it now because I've been hearing it every day. And then it's like, okay, I'm getting a little tired. I need another song. They hear it again 5 times a day. All right, okay, I'm really getting tired of Thriller. Hard for people to didn't think that, but yes, people get tired of Thriller. You get tired of your favorite song, no matter who your favorite artist is. You get tired of hearing the same song over and over and over again. And you're like, okay, now I need something new, or I need to back away from the song so I can like it again, right? That's everybody. No one stays number one forever. So you got to back away from it, not hear it for a while, and then you'll revisit it later. And that was what the beauty of the NFL was. It had a certain amount of games. It was played only on one specific or maybe another specific day. And most of the time it was just Sunday and Monday. And Monday was even more special because you remember how special Monday night games were, right? So you had Sunday and Monday, and that was it. And you had to wait a whole nother week and refresh and say, damn, I missed the NFL. I can't wait for it to come back on. And Sunday and Monday is when you had it. And then the season was over. In a heartbeat, it was over. Then you had to go look at the NBA for entertainment. But now the NFL is going to start losing what made it special. This is why pay-per-views are so special. This is why I used to watch Mike Tyson. It was so special. If you watch Mike Tyson fight 4 times a week, it wouldn't seem so special. And people wouldn't be doling out $40, $50, $60, $70 to watch him fight. And you had to imagine how special it had to be to watch Mike Tyson. You dole out $50, $6, whatever, to watch him knock out somebody within 2 minutes or less in the first round. But people paid for it, and they almost expected it, and they weren't even that mad. That was a lot of people's, a big chunk of their paycheck. But it was something special about, having that moment, seeing it, and you're paying that much money for it for 2 minutes or less or 30 seconds. It just didn't know. You didn't know with Mike Tyson. It was a special moment. And the NFL, I think, is in danger of losing that. It's that favorite song that you're hearing too much. They're going to add too many days. And then on top of it, there's so many avenues to watch the game. You don't know what you watch it on. You watch it on Amazon. You watch it on ESPN. You watch it on ABC. I don't know it. There's other places you can watch it on now. I think you can watch it on Netflix. That was the place for Christmas that people were watching it on. The ratings, I think, actually would have been higher if they just had it on CBS. But, it was a buy for all, for people to buy rights to play their games. Like I said, Amazon is in there, Netflix, CBS, Fox, NBC. The numbers can go on. There's too many places to have to watch the NFL or search for it. Search for your game. Then you got the NFL Network and then the NFL package. You don't know where to go find these games at nowadays. It's too convoluted. And it's in your face too much now. They're losing what made it special. And if they don't fix it, then they're going to be in the same boat as the NBA. Again, if you care about the safety so much, Commissioner, then you got to stop somewhere with adding all these games. Or like I said, where are they going to stop? What's the special number? What's to stop the NFL from going to 30 games? The players are going to have to step in and have to say something. That's the only thing that's going to work, because the owner's going to be like, we can keep making more money. We can keep making more money. The NBA won't add any more games because it's like, dang, at some point we got to start the playoffs. At some point we got to end the season. They need some time off. But I think they're going to look at it as that the NFL players have too much time off. They got all these months off. Why they need 5 months off, 6 months off to rest? We could be making this money. We could be making them rich, or we could be making us rich more so. So I think the NFL is in trouble if they don't do anything to stop this train right now from going to mediocrity, where they got too many people asking for games on Fridays and Tuesdays. That's where it's going to head. I fear that's where it's going to head. And the NFL is no longer going to be special anymore. Then baseball is going to surpass them. I'm not going to be surprised if the NBA ever catches them again. Well, I won't say ever again. If the NBA ever is their competition, I'll say that. Right now, the NBA is not their competition because they have a lot of things going on wrong with them right now. They're trying to fix. NFL, they're flying high right now, but, don't fly too close to the sun. That's all I'll say. This has been The Last Rewind. Please leave your comments and subscribe, and I will see you on The Last Rewind. You guys have a good day. Hopefully the games will be better on Sunday than they were Thursday. Peace.